All right, my friends. I had despite a 3:30 wake up this morning and the impending evening shift that will make me work till midnight, so this is gonna be a glorious day. I woke up with an epiphany, and that was that if certain games aren't working on my primary computer, they might work on my old computer because something's gone wrong with my current computer, or maybe something's gone right and it precludes the use of old software. At the very least, that seems to be true with this game, God of Change, which we are taking a look at today for the 7-day roguelike challenge. I threw it onto a little USB key, put it into this computer. I had OBS Studio 32-bit version on this computer, so it seems to be working. Let me see what I can tell you about it. I don't have access to the internet on this computer. It's also not my usual keyboard, which means I may be able to use it for a very limited time before I, break. Because this is not an ergonomic keyboard or anything, but let's see what happens. All right, God of Change we're looking at from the 7-Day Roguelike Challenge of 2011 by Adam Gatt. God of Change is a game where monsters change in ability over time. What might initially be an unchallenging species of monster might end up learning the ability to shoot lightning, or be resistant to damage, or be more aggressive, or gain bonuses by having comrades around. You must find the portal to finish each dungeon, but beware. Spend too long and the monsters may mutate out of control. Yet if you race to the finish, you may miss out on items and weapons sorely needed to stay alive. In the 5th dungeon awaits a boss fight that will require all your skill and resources. Do you have what it takes to remain stable when nothing around you remains the same? Bunch of features we're not going to read through right now because I'm too cross-eyed with tiredness to read. We'll read the story in a second, though. So we do have a mission here. We're going to the 5th dungeon. We kill a big boss, we win, apparently. I think the big boss is the God of Change. Story, according to this README file. You have come to your death, adventurer, announces a booming voice in your head. Forgive the lack of inspiration in my voice work today. I am semi-conscious. Remember those kobolds you encountered earlier? You better hope you don't meet any more of those because I've decided they should breathe fire now. Oh, and they leave trails of corrosive acid as well. Also, I've given them a hive mind. Why not? Have fun, adventurer. The God of Change. He goes by many names, the Wheel of Fortune, Lady Luck, the Fickle Hand of Fate. Worshipped by many and despised by others, he is responsible for all the unpredictable things that have happened in your life, good as well as bad. But sometimes the bad outweighs the good by so much that you can't stand it and you want to take revenge. Others have cursed the God of Change but were unable to take any real action, but you are different. Because you know about the dungeon that holds his inner sanctum, and inside it is the nexus of the God of Change, through which he channels all of his power. Already a mighty adventurer and accomplished wizard, cool beans were both, you took up your sword and leather armor, and began the, interesting, it's changed to tense. It was announces a booming voice in your head, and now it's took I. Maybe we're in the dungeon now, this is a recollection of why we're here. You took up your sword and leather armor, and began the long journey. Now that you have arrived, you find that the dungeons are full of wild monsters, but also powerful weapons and artifacts that will help you in your task. But this task won't be easy. The God of Change knows why you have come, and he is focused on stopping you. And now you won't be able to take anything for granted for very long. Alright, numpad or VI keys to move around. I do have a numpad on this thing. It's not detachable. Maybe I can put the keyboard in my lap and function. We'll see. Space or 5 to wait one time step. Q, W, E, or R. Seen, the first bit of QWERTY. Use the corresponding wand, provided it is recharged. 1 to 5, use the corresponding scroll, provided you have at least one. F5, if you're in Linux only, toggle full screen. We don't want to do that anyway, because OBS Studio would be very upset. Each dungeon is populated by several species of monsters, usually localized in communities. Each monster belongs to a clearly defined species, and each species has specific traits which will apply to every monster that belongs to it. Initially, a species begins with only a single trait of its behavior type. Let's see what we got here. We can see territorial, apathetic, territorial, for example, for the troglodyte, spider, and lizard man. Kiri, don't walk on my keyboard. I love you dearly, but don't do it. That indicates how the monsters will interact with you. Over the course of the game, a species may accumulate more traits, and these new traits will apply to every monster in that species immediately. Species may also change in behavior or have old traits replaced with new traits. The bestiary on the right of the screen displays every species in the dungeon and all traits that belong to those species. I wonder if that's just those on this level, like if that's what it means by dungeon or not. Alright. There's weapons, there's armor, there's wands, there's scrolls. Wands come in 4 varieties, each with different ranges and recharge times. A wand can be used an unlimited amount of time, but has to recharge first. Using a scroll exhausts it permanently, i.e. uses it. Blah, blah, blah. Cool beans. Let's dive into God of Change. Let me see what I can do here. Let me see if I can fucking put this in my lap. Is that going to work? You going to behave there, keyboard? Oh, good. You're tangled in everything that exists. Okay. Let's see if this works. Nope. Let's put it back on the table and see if that's better. Sorry, guys, when you are in bad shape, sometimes it... I gotta click into the right thing, don't I? Oh, my number pad is not working. Maybe I can put on numlock, maybe? Where's the numlock on this keyboard that I never use? Is there a numlock on this keyboard that I never use? There's no button labeled numlock. What is this? I may have to resort to the QWERTY or the freaking VI keys. And you will hear me voice my displeasure. I don't see a numlock key. Unbelievably, on this keypad, there's no numlock key. Oh, wait, I got it. Maybe we can only go... Wait. 6 is working. It must be that numlock's not on. Fuck me. 6 works. No other button works, unless the keyboard itself is damaged, which is, of course, possible. Alright, let's try and do the damn QWERTY or, Vim keys, whatever you call these things. Let's see if we can figure this out. H is west. Oh, this is fucking painful. L is east. J is south. K is north. Okay, we got those. Is there like... maybe you can't move on diagonals. I'm going to assume you can't for now. We're going to play poorly. Those are O's. Oozes. They are territorial. Do I care that they're territorial? How do I go south? I killed them. I'm down to 14 health, though. Seems like it could be my kind of game, although its inability to work on my current, primary computer is going to obviously impact my ability to, play it in the future. More oozes. Let's press space. What is the N? M? Like I don't know how you would move southeast to begin with. It's weird that I can use the arrow keys. That's easy enough. Let's use those. So again, I don't know if the game itself is limited to horizontal and vertical movement, or if that's just because that's the method I'm choosing to use to interact. I don't mind that, though. I mean, if that's the game's choice, I have no objection to that. I could bring in my my portable keyboard or my portable numpad and try and plug it into one of these USB things, like the little nubbin that broadcasts out my actions on the keyboard. Whoa, there's shit going on downstairs or down below here in the text box. Okay, we got the oozes, blah blah blah. The ooze dies. Their new ghostly ability will make you think twice before attacking a troglodyte. Hopefully making them ghostly will make lizard mans as hard to kill as you are. You know what would make the spiders more deadly? Being lightning. So we can see the troglodytes are now ghostly. The spiders are acidic and lightning. I didn't really notice because I was not paying attention to that. And lizard men are ghostly. Fuck. I had trouble with this basic oozes. They've almost killed me. Do I have, I don't have any way to heal that I know of. Can I just pass a turn? No. Is there an R for rest or anything? No. Those are D's. At least they're normal D's. There's nothing special about the dwarves yet. They've almost killed me, mind you. I need to get this tool that is available down there, but unfortunately, I only have 2 health. I think I'm going to die this round, and we'll try again. Yeah, I could try and fire up my dead. You've died. Okay. How do we get out of here? I can keep passing my turn even though I'm dead. Q, escape. Alright, escape. Let's fire it up again. And make sure that my OBS Studio is still recording that window. I don't imagine it wouldn't be. Okay. Oh, this is lovely. We start. You dare to challenge me, the god of change, in my own dungeons? Very well. If you crave your own death so fervently, then seek out the portal here, and it will take you to my next dungeon. In the 5th dungeon you will find the source of my powers, and there you shall be obliterated. Dude's telling me his plans. I think that's a scroll. Let's you probably die, but let's kill what we can around us. Is that a cave for kobold? Yeah, we got kobold coming. We have found the scroll of healing. Oh, yeah, that's good news. We're gonna need it, like, really soon. Let's kill a few things first. It seems like they each get off like 1 or 2 attacks at me. Alright, let's use this. Well, let's go. Yeah. Can we attract one of them? Alright, let's use the scroll of healing. That would be on. I press on number 1, correct? Yeah. Oh, it doesn't give you back your full health. That shit. Sorry, yeah, I could plug in that keypad. Maybe it would even work. I don't know. But the problem is I can't. I have no access to the internet on this machine. It doesn't have Wi-Fi, and I mean, I guess I could run a cable. I could hook it back up to the internet. I guess that power lies within my grasp. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Should I choose to avail myself of it? Troglodytes. Alright, I got that guy. It's an interesting game. Conceptually, I think this sounds fucking great. I am finding it, more than a little challenging so far. Fuck. If I can't get to this, did I die? No. Oh, I can go invisible. I'm invisible, bitches. Let's see if we can find some other tools. Let's find out for the record. If I attack him, okay, he still kills me even though I'm invisible. Alright, that's it. We're dead there. Let's try again. Hopefully we won't start surrounded by, like, just a tidal wave of monsters. Yeah, so I don't know if I could download the, software for the keypad. If I did hook it up, I could try it. I do want to try the Legend of Kalamakara as well. Restoration. What does that do, you think? You dare to try? Yeah, shut up. I could try. Yeah, I intend to try the Legend of Kalamakara as well, but I don't have. I don't believe I have Python on this machine. If not, I guess I could hook up the internet and download it at some point. Probably not today. Again, in a hyper sleepy state, it seems unwise to try and do critical actions like plugging in internet. The oozes are now aggressive. Alright, so it changed. This dungeon grows more hostile to you with every passing moment. Fuck. Yeah, it seems like, you go on. Oh, what happened to me? Why am I green? Oh, I'm poisoned. Lovely. Do you think the restoration potion perhaps removes poison? You are no longer poisoned? Okay. I'm poisoned again. Fucking halflings, eh? Does it say they're... Yeah, it's poisonous now. It's interesting. It's an interesting idea to give these things these traits. Dwarves are cowardly now. Maybe they won't bother me. I better try this fucking restoration thing and see if it does anything of value. Pressing the 3. Oh, what's going on here? I can target with this. I'm gonna try restoration with the. Oh, maybe it restores them to like their normal state. Let's try this. I guess it won't matter then. We're dead. The imp killed us. Let's try again. Yeah, conceptually, I think this is a really cool game, and obviously I will include a link to where you can get it, if I can remember where I got it. Ks are cowardly? Yes, that's why they're avoiding me. I mean, we could... let's find out, for the record. If we attack a cowardly person, can they still hurt me? No. So it makes sense to kill the cowardly ones on sight. That way, if they do get transmuted to, a more vicious monster, we're not... there aren't many of them around. We haven't found the portal, like, off of any level yet. I assume it's a one-screen dungeon here. Like, I don't think we can go off... Well, let's find out. Can we go off the bottom here? Nope. You're blocked to the bottom, so that's cool. We do know the parameters, the outer parameters, or slash perimeter of the dungeon. Haven't seen a monster in a while. Don't you think it would be better if goblins were poisonous? I think so. You are a worm to be crushed by my new stealthy goblins. I thought the spiders would be much happier if they were regenerating. Fucking gotta change. It may have regenerated, but I still killed it with 2 hits, thank God. I'm down to 6 health, that said, and I haven't found any wands or scrolls. I'm intrigued with the game. The problem I'm having is that I mean, unless I'm overlooking strategies like don't go fight things when you don't have to. I'm having trouble finding equipment to mitigate the basic accumulating damage of simply going in and meeting whatever the hell's there and fighting it. Here's a scroll. Oh, good, I'm poisoned. I got this. Let's find. Well, if we see another goblin, we'll try the restoration and find out if we know what it does. I think it might restore them to base goblin status, like no special ability. I have given allied to the lizard mans. Be prepared. Right. Let's go get some cowardly kobolds. Oh, fuck no. Let's, well, you know what? We're going to die. So let's try, just to find out, let's try restoration on that. Let's try enter, maybe? Or 3 again? Or space? Alright. Yeah, so restoration, the goblins are stripped of their abilities. So at least we learned that. Let's try one more time. How are we doing for time here? How long has it been that we have been exploring the God of Change? Can I tell in any fashion? 17 minutes. We got time. We can go a few more rounds here. Okay. Okay, God of Change. The drug I started cowardly. I wonder if green is just like the color of cowardice in this game. I don't mind starting next to a bunch of cowardly people. That's great. I can kill them quickly and not have to worry before the god says, like, oh, I've made the cowardly troglodytes nuclear or something, Oh, I thought the lizard mans would be much happier if they were acidic. God of Change. I'm gonna gotta change your attitude. Find me some form of, something. Some weapon, some armor. Yeah, I'm enjoying the concept, but the distribution of items, such that you have to wade, well, not that you have to, that it seems to be very random where the groups of monsters are / where the items are, which is, of course, the nature of a roguelike, but wading through an entire group that isn't, for instance, cowardly. These spiders are also, they're kind of blue. They're allied. Let's try and avoid it. Let's try and, ooh, that's an L for louse? What the fuck's an L? Oh, lizard man. Who are territorial, acidic, hardened, and rallying. Let's, well, we can't, well, we can go up there, I guess. The longer we take, of course, the tougher the monsters become, which is part of the, interesting thing. Hopefully making them hardened will make lizard mans as hard to kill as you are. Maybe you can outwit a lizard man, but can you outwit a lizard man with rallying? Maybe you can outwit a troglodyte, but can you outwit a troglodyte with telepathic? No, probably not. Although they're, cowardly and telepathic. Alright, we have no choice. We either gotta go through the lizard men, or we gotta go all the way back here. We can go through spiders, I guess. Let's go all the way back and see what the fuck's down here. Ooh, we found a scroll, thank God. You found a scroll of healing. That's the only scroll. Well, not the only scroll. That's a really valuable scroll. Let's go kill the... Still cowardly? Yep. Let's go kill the cowardly lizard man. He may be telepathic, but I can outsmart him. You have found a scroll of second chance. No idea what that does. Maybe it's, if you're about to die? I don't know what the fuck it does. It'd be nice if it was just, while you have it, if you die, you're back to life. I don't know. I have given the wolves, not the wolves, I have given the wolves the rallying ability. Now you have a truly cunning enemy. I do know if you find a weapon or an armor, we saw one once, didn't we? There's a wolf. It's cowardly and rallying. Cowardly means it can't hurt me, so let's go kill them quickly. Ooh, spiders can hurt me, but they're just territorial. They're not, special in any other way. You're not special. I was once joking around with my niece, who was like probably 5 at the time, or 6 or something like that, and she said, I don't remember what the hell she said. She said something, and it spawned in me the basic joke, not even a joke, I guess, just a statement that was not meant to be cruel or taken seriously. It's just the way when you put on a voice and you joke around with your friends and you say something stupid. And when I said to her something like, "You're not special," and I remember the look of sort of sadness that came over her face. She responded with what is, the classic education of a child. She said, "We're all special," which was, quite fucking profound when you get down to it. What the hell are you? You're an L. You're a profoundly difficult lizard man to fight. Unfortunately, I don't have an ability. Oh, hopefully making them shocking will make spiders as hard to kill as you are. You know what would make the goblins more deadly? Being poisonous. Their new ghostly ability will make you think twice before attacking a wolf. I got to deal with a lizard man. Like the sort of maze-like structure that we're in is channeling me to either the spiders or the lizard men. What the fuck am I looking at there? What is that green? Oh, maybe that's the portal. Let's try and get out the portal. Oh, maybe not. You hit the lizard man for 3 damage. The lizard man hits you. Do I need to make spiders fire-breathing in order to kill you? Let's find out. Can I get away from this guy? I don't know what that green thing... I thought that was the fucking portal. Maybe it is. Alright, we killed the lizard man. Let's find out. You're burnt... Oh, that's fucking acid. Jesus Christ. What about wolves? Wolves are friendly. Ghostly and rallying. So friendly. They might be fighting the spider for me, maybe? Wouldn't that be nice? Are you gonna... I don't want to fight you, dude. I'm about to die, though. I didn't use my scrolls, and I could have. Apparently, second chance does not just instantly resurrect you if you die. I'm going to try one last time, guys. I believe this is my last try. We're certainly seeing enough of this game to give us a sense of the flavor of it and what it is. And I am extremely impressed with the idea at work here. The distribution of the items is so far making the game challenging enough that it's hard to enjoy when it feels like you just don't have a chance, you know what I mean? Like, it's just blind luck. Did we happen to find an item before we, met a group of, 20 fucking giant things? And because every combat is leaving me drained. There's restoration, I guess. That's good. If we can meet some halflings, would be okay. There's a bunch of imps. I'm not going down there. I mean, I can try and avoid monsters. That's the only tactic that seems to have given me any real hope. And we have to go down here, all right? There's no other way to go. We are channeled. Oh, fuck, we're literally trapped. We have a single. We can get rid of hive mind. I guess we could restore these imps. In theory, let's do it because I don't know what else to do. Press space when you've got a target. By the way, the imps are stripped of their abilities, so now it's just a fucking imp, which will still be enough to kill me. We're down to 6 health. Every time we fight one of them, we lose 2 health. Right? 1. It hits us once for 2 damage, and then it's dead. So they automatically hit for 2 damage. I get a minimum, but I can't. Like, I have no other way to go. I have to fight it. Now, if I can avoid getting killed by this one and manage to find... that's our first wand. You have found a wand of lightning. Let's try and use it. W. You have died. The imp is sapped for 4 damage. The imp attacks you for 2 damage. Why wasn't 4 damage enough to kill? I'm going to try 1 last time. I know what I said. I know what I said. But I swear to you, in the name of all that's holy, this is my last attempt at God of Change. For the time being. Like, every fucking race in the world is down below, and I have no choice but to go that way. I have no option but to fight my way through that. I mean, I don't... If games sometimes give you a hard start. That's the nature of a roguelike. There's no way to predict it, right? But it seems like this is so unpredictable, and the challenge so high. Like, this is just not an unwinnable game, an unwinnable opening. Like, there's literally no way to progress without fighting these things. Both paths lead to just fucking hordes of monsters. Alright, we're down. If we get another combat, we're dead. And this path leads, inevitably, to other monsters. See? We have no scrolls. We have no ability to... maybe I can lure the spider over there, and that'll be enough to clear a path. Nope. So I have to go through this spider. Oh, I survived that battle. If we meet anything else, we are definitely dead. Again, there's no way forward here, right? But this. Dead. All right. That's where I'm going to call it for now, guys. I'm pleased that I was able to at least get this game working. It gives me hope that if we encounter similar, issues in the future, I can, swap computers and possibly salvage a playthrough in this way. I am, again, just to be clear, impressed with the mechanic. The central mechanic of the game is very cool. The distribution of weapons, armors, scrolls and wands versus clusters of enemies in a terrain where you cannot necessarily avoid combat does mean you'd have to be extremely lucky. You'd have to get a very, very lucky beginning to survive more than the opening. I can't speak to the next level. Once you have a weapon and armor, maybe the game in general becomes easier. I don't know. We only saw the first level, and we never once managed to get our hold of a weapon or armor. I think the balance issue is if you start in a bad location, you are simply doomed. If you start in a good location, maybe you have some hope. I don't know. But very, very cool concept at work. I would just like to see it polished a bit more to be better balanced, perhaps. If I am overlooking tactics, as always, if you're seeing obvious tactics that I'm missing, for instance, the other day we played Rook, and I asked people to do that, and then I watched the video and realized I had totally misunderstood some things. We did win that game anyway, but while I'm thinking of it, just to say it, the Ring of Vulnerability does not make you invulnerable. What it says specifically is the Ring of Vulnerability is bad. It specifically means as long as you have the Ring of Vulnerability on, you are automatically killed by any hit made against you. But if you take the Ring of Vulnerability off, what it said in the text was it becomes a standard roguelike. What it really means is you exchange blows and you take damage to your health, as do monsters. So some of those cases where we were quitting, we were saying, well, we're trapped, there's no way out of this, we could have removed that ring. I watched the video back and it had that as an option. And probably we would have taken some damage, but we might have been able to defeat the monster and then move on. And if we happen to find a potion of healing, we could have healed ourselves. I.e., even though we won, we could have won easier. And we sort of won with like a weird conduct at work, which is never remove the ring. So there were tactics available that I was just missing. If you're seeing tactics here available that I'm missing, please take the time to tell me. It's entirely possible. If you've played the game, if you've beaten it, share your thoughts with me, people. I appreciate it when you do. That's it. I'm gonna go stop recording and see if I can transfer this to the other computer. This video. It will be slightly lower resolution than previous recordings, only because this computer doesn't do 1080p. It does 1650 by something. It should be more than sufficient for a roguelike. But there you go. That's it. I'm gone. If I get a chance to nap today, that'll be great. If not, I will pass out at work and be fired. See ya later.